Okay, I'm back, and we have been doing the first part of mixed stoichiometry problems, and we're on 2C. So I'm going to flip the page, and we'll start with 2C. And 2C states, if 30.0 grams of hydrogen sulfate reacts with sodium hydroxide, what mass of water is produced? And I'm just going to take this down here. Okay, so what do we start with? What we're given. So we've got 30.0 grams of H2SO4. So we got 30.0 grams of H2SO4. Now, it's asked for what mass of water is produced. So where are we going on the roadmap? It's a mass-mass problem. So let's do this. Now we're going to have grams of sulfuric acid, H2SO4, going to moles of H2SO4. So we calculate this was 98.1 equal to 1 mole. And now we're in moles of A, H2SO4. Now we're going to go to moles B. So we got moles of H2SO4, and we're going to moles of water. And then I'm going to go back and check our equation. So by SO4, H2SO4, we have a 1, and by water we have a 2. We have 1 here and a 2 there. Okay, now our final step in the 3 steps, in 1 mole of H2O, we got 18.0 grams of H2O. Cancel our units out, pull the numbers over. We got 30.0 times 2 times 18.0, all divided by 98.1. So these problems really are not hard. So once you learn them, you got them. So we'll do a 30 times 2 is 60 times 18 is 1080 divided by 98.1 is equal to 11.009, which makes 11.01. But we're just going to 3 sig figs right here. So we want 3 sig figs. You run the next guy, you forget the rest. So it's just going to be equal to 11.0 grams of water, like that. Okay. So there we go, and we'll put a rectangle around that like that, and then we are good with problem C. All right, let's look at D here. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go to problem number 3. Problem number 3, we got 10 reacts with hydrogen fluoride to make 10,2 fluoride plus hydrogen gas. So we're just going to start again with 30.0 grams of HF and go to grams of SNF2. Another mass problem. Okay, so but first off, we've got to balance. Well, we already have the balance equation. We have that balance equation right here. So anyway, we have 10 reacts with 2HF to produce SNF2 plus H2. Okay, and now we want to do this mass problem. So I'm going to start out with trying to give myself some more room here. 30.0 grams of hydrogen fluoride. So we're going to have grams of HF on the bottom equal to 1 mole of HF. So let's do this thing right here. Hydrogen is equal to 1.0 times 1 equals 1.0. Fluorine is equal to 19.0 times 1 is equal to 19.0. That's 20.0. And I do want to see this on your paper, unless it's something really easy like water or O2 or H2. So we got 20.0 grams equal to 1 mole of HF. We're in moles of A. Now we want to go to moles of B, and we're asked how many grams of SNF2. So we're going to moles of SNF2, and we're in moles of HF. So now we're in the coefficient ratio, moles A to moles B. By HF we have a 2, by SNF2 we have a 1. Now we're in moles B, or moles of 10,2 fluoride. Alright, and we go ahead, and in 1 mole of SNF2 we got so many grams of SNF2. So now we really got to calculate this. So let's see what we got here. So on 10, alright, let's see. Let me find a periodic table. So that's going to be 118.7. Okay, and we just have 1 times 1 equals 118.7. And then we have F2, so F is equal to 19.0 times 2 is equal to 38.0. So let's add this up. 18.7 plus 38 equals to 156.7. Okay, so we have this. Now we're going to put 156.7 right here. Now we cancel out our units like that. And then we pull our numbers over. So this whole thing is equal to 30.0, the ones drop out, times 156.7 divided by 20.0 times 2, which of course is 40 down there. So let's do this. 156.7 times 30, 4701 divided by 40 is equal to 117.5. Okay, so we have that, and we want to round to our significant figures. So again, we're going to have 3 sig figs, so it's equal to 118. That 5 is going to round up to make it 118, and we're in grams of SNF2, like that. Okay, another mass problem. Now that wasn't so hard. So that was 3A. This was A. This was A. Now we got a B here. How many moles of HF will be needed to react with 48 grams of tin? So we got 48 grams of tin, mass A, and we're going to go to moles B. So for B here, so we got our 48 grams of tin, SN, and again I'm just going to verify in the periodic table for tin. That's 118.7. So we'll put 118.7 grams of tin in 1 mole of tin. So now we're in moles A. So in moles of tin, and we want to go to moles of HF. So we can put moles of HF here. We look at our balanced equation. By HF is a 2, and by 10 is a 1. So we see our balanced equation up here. So now we're in moles of HF, and that's as far as we need to go. So it's a mass A to moles A to moles B problem. Okay, so we cancel out our units like this, pull our numbers over. We got 48 times 2, okay, which I believe was 96, divided by 118.7 is equal to so we'll take 48 times 2 just to be sure. Yeah. .96 divided by 118.7. Okay, that's going to equal to 0.808 or equal to 0.80 moles of HF. Okay, so, or let me just say this, since we have, we only round to 2 sig figs, this 8 does round up, so this is going to be equal to 0.81 moles of HF. Like that. So there we go. That's our answer for 3B. And here we are. And I'm going to stop this. This will be part 2. Then we'll go on to part 3.